So you were born a raccoon. Yes, a raccoon. Not some majestic tiger or smart dolphin, but a cute striped thief. In Latin, your name is Procyon Lotor, and it sounds like the name of an intergalactic traveler, but in reality, you are just a small, fluffy lump about 10 centimeters long and weighing no more than a cheeseburger. You are a newborn raccoon, and the world before you is huge, full of garbage cans, angry dogs, and endless prospects. Few people know, but the historical homeland of the raccoon is North America, and initially these animals were found only there. Germany and America are still the leaders in the number of raccoons living there. Now raccoons can be found in different countries and corners of the world. You were born in the spring, along with 4 brothers and a sister, in a cozy... Again, you were born in the spring, along with 3 brothers and a sister, in a cozy hollow of a tree. No, yes. Well, not cozy. More like cramped. At one time, 3 to 8 raccoons are born. The babies are born completely helpless, blind and deaf, weighing about 85 grams, and are under the careful care of their mother. Often the babies become easy prey for owls and other birds of prey. You grew up in a tiny raccoon crowd, where an uncompromising battle was waged for every sip of mom's treats. Sometimes it seemed to you that you were born not a raccoon, but some kind of rodent in the gladiator arena. You haven't seen your father. These animals are real hustlers. In the life of a raccoon, it is normal to leave the family for another female. Cramped conditions, the departure of the father, fights for a place under your mother's side. All this will temper your character. The first 2 months, your mother feeds you with her milk, until the first baby teeth begin to appear. For now, you can relax, but everything is just beginning. You are growing up. It's time to take your first steps in this world. The first discovery of the outside world began with a jump. Down. You wanted to be brave, but instead of elegantly descending, you fell to the ground. The youth of a raccoon is a time of experiments. You learned about the world, jumped from branch to branch, with varying success, and once managed to get stuck in a pipe. You began to feel like a real raccoon. You caught bugs, tried to climb trees, and once accidentally bit a snake on the tail. It was, to put it mildly, not the best idea, but you learned something important. Not everything that moves can be eaten. One of the most important lessons was the understanding that you are omnivorous. It is not just convenient. It is a ticket to the world of endless gastronomic adventures. You can eat nuts, berries, fish, eggs, and if you are very lucky, a half-eaten hamburger from a trash can. But there are nuances here too. One day you tried something strange, found it in a shiny package. Okay, better to forget about it. Now you are already 6 months old. You leave your home. From this moment, your independent life begins. In search of a better place to live, you saw the city for the first time. It was a paradise for a raccoon. Food everywhere, trash cans, like a buffet. For yourself, you realize that the world is divided into 2 things, trash cans and everything else. Food in bins is the highest level of happiness. In the wild, raccoons prefer to settle near bodies of water. Raccoons hunt in the water, catching crustaceans, small fish, and other inhabitants. Methodically moving their paws along the bottom, they turn over pebbles and dig up the silt, blindly finding their prey. Already sensitive paws are cleaned in the water, become even more receptive, and the raccoon can easily determine by touch whether an object is edible. But this is not your option. You need to stay away from bears and wolves that can eat you. Nature has given you good eyesight, keen hearing, intelligence, and tenacious paws. You are the perfect thief. Having climbed into someone's yard one day, you found a plate of cookies by the window. It was love at first bite. But the person who owned the cookies did not think so. He apparently decided to have an obstacle race, chasing you around the yard with a slipper in his hands. Luckily, the slipper didn't hit you, but your dignity suffered. Then you realized for the first time that people like it when raccoons look cute and don't touch their food. You pump up your stealing skill. For yourself, you realize that speed is life. Sometimes you can pretend to be dead so that they won't touch you. You are always in pursuit. You even had to swim across a small body of water so as not to get a slipper on your ass. Yes, raccoons can swim, but they do it in a very funny way. Time passed, you grew, and now you are already 2 years old. You are at the peak of your form. You are already several feet tall and weigh 30 pounds. You still break into trash cans, fight for food with dogs, steal from people, and just relax. And then one day you meet her, a raccoon with the fluffiest fur and the brightest stripes on her tail. Her name was Mimi. Well, not that raccoons have real names, but you called her that to yourself. You met in the classic raccoon way. You climbed into the same bin at the same time. At first there were misunderstandings, who saw a piece of pizza first, but it quickly became clear that you had a lot in common. She turned out to be a real strategist. She could open the most difficult container in seconds. With her, you not only had delicious food, but also fun. Males and females reach sexual maturity at different ages. Females are able to breed offspring at the age of 1 year, and males only at the age of 2. After several joint night adventures, you decided to settle down together. For your home, you chose a cozy attic in an abandoned house. Comfortable, warm, and not a single dog nearby. That's where a new chapter of your life began. You became a father. At first, you did not understand what had happened. Mimi became more grumpy. This lasted for 2 months, and then suddenly disappeared for a couple of days, returning with little raccoons. There were 4 of them, fluffy balls with tiny tails. Even though you became a father, this does not make you the head of the family. Raccoons have a strict matriarchy, complete dominance of females. The leader is always a female. In nature, females bite off the whiskers of males to disorient them in the area, pull out their claws, forbid them to go to the same toilet with them. And the packs mainly consist only of girls. Having become a father, you realize that this is not only an honor, but also a responsibility. Mimi, like any mother, took care of the kids, and you got food for them. You became a real master. You burst into a picnic and stole a bag of chips, made your way into a cafe and found ice cream, although by the time you brought it, it melted. But being a father is not only about food. You taught the little ones about life. You showed them how to properly open trash cans, how not to get stuck in pipes, and what to do if a dog spots you. One day, you demonstrated your main rule. If something goes wrong, just make a cute face. It confuses even humans. Time flew by, and the little ones became independent. You watched them go out into the city for the first time, try to steal food, or escape from dogs. Family life was full of adventures, but you realized that being a father is not only about getting food. It is about passing on wisdom, how to avoid traps, how to escape from danger, and how to be a real raccoon. You were proud of each of your little ones, even when they did stupid things like try to fight a squirrel. When you got older, you retired. Mimi also chose a quiet life, and your children flew around the world to start their own adventures. You still live in the attic, where it is warm and cozy.
That raccoon got into the dumpster again.
Hey, I'm actually retired here. You became a legend among the youth. Your descendants often came to listen to your stories. How you stole a hot dog from the grill, how you escaped from 3 dogs, and how you found the love of your life near the dumpster. When your time came, you left peacefully. You lived for 20 years. They say that raccoons go to a place where the dumpsters are always full, dogs are afraid to even look in their direction, and people leave cookies right on the porch. You were more than just a raccoon. You were a hero, a father, and a legend of your time. Your stripes will forever remain a symbol of cunning, courage, and the ability to enjoy life. Somewhere a little raccoon is taking his first steps in this world. Maybe he will become a better version of you, will be more dexterous and smart. Or not.